Do you know that the Formula One track built at a cost of 8.5 billion rupees is now completely useless due to just a small leak? And why the airport built at a cost of 95 billion rupees was sold for just 900,000 rupees? In the videos of past empires, once again, dear viewers, you will learn about some of the world's mega projects that billions of dollars were spent to build, but today no one even likes to use them. So let's start. Number 5, Valencia Street Circuit. This is the track used in Formula One street racing, which was famous all over the world as the Valencia Street Circuit. This track was built in the city of Valencia, Spain in just 1 year at a cost of 100 million euros, that is 8.5 billion rupees. At first glance, this racing track attracted everyone because not only did it pass through the middle of the port of Valencia, but its 140-meter section was also built on a beautiful swing bridge. Seeing the advanced features, Formula One announced the European Green 3 for 7 years, which was to run from 2008 to 2014. Everyone was waiting for this event when Formula One racing would be held on this new track, but when the race was held here for the first time in 2008, the whole truth came out in the open. Racing drivers complained that the design of this track was made in such a way that there was no chance of overtaking. This track had 11 left turns and 14 right turns, but before the turn, the road was kept so straight that racing cars could run at a speed of 320 km per hour, that is, turns in which racing cars had the opportunity to overtake each other. Drivers had to brake very hard on these turns, due to which many accidents were also reported here. Formula One, which had booked the Valencia Street Circuit for 7 years, broke its agreement after only 5 years, and since then, this street circuit track has looked like a set from a haunted movie. Broken light poles, broken fences, and wild bushes on the sides of the racing track, as well as years-old water filling the underpass, are proof that this mega project has been completely abandoned. Number 4, Ciudad Real Central Airport is a part of Spain, Europe, which is considered a hot spot for tourists. Every year, 80 million tourists from all over the world come here to visit, and they all like to land in Madrid, the capital of Spain. But the problem was that the capacity of Madrid International Airport in the capital city of Spain is only 70 million, while the number of passengers coming here is 80 million. Due to this problem, it was decided to build another airport. Ciudad Real Central Airport was built at a cost of $1.2 billion, that is about 95 billion rupees. This new airport was built in a hurry, the main purpose of which was to reduce the load of Madrid International Airport, but when it became operational in 2009, the ground beneath the feet of those who built it slipped. Yes, it was called the Central Airport, but it was not central from any angle because after landing here, passengers had to go to Madrid. For this, a journey of 300 kilometers had to be made, where tourists had rejected this new airport badly, while commercial airlines also suspended their flight operations. Just 2 years after its launch, Ciudad Real Central Airport began to look like a deserted settlement. Of course, no passenger liked it here, but millions of dollars were spent every year on operating the airport. Now it has reached this point that in 2013 it was decided to sell it, but who would buy it? Finally, in 2019, this airport, which was built at a cost of 95 billion rupees, was auctioned for only $12,000, that is 9 lakh rupees. Number 3, Interstate H-3 Highway is a city in the US state of Hawaii known as Honolulu. A 26-kilometer long highway has been built here that passes through the most beautiful mountains. These views are so attractive that people passing by here park their cars and take photographs, due to which there is a risk of traffic jams at many spots on this highway. This highway, known as Interstate H-3 Hawaii, is not only beautiful but also quite controversial. The need to build this highway was presented in 1960, when it was very difficult to travel between 2 US Navy bases here. But when the plan to build this highway was announced here, the people living here made a lot of noise because they did not want the beauty of their city to be spoiled for any reason, and that too only to connect the 2 Navy bases. This matter escalated to such an extent that for the next 26 years, this highway was closed. The construction work was stopped, but then in 1989, the environmental law was changed, and the construction of this project was forcibly started. After 8 years of construction, this highway was opened for the first time in 1997. Normally, roads are built by cutting mountains in such areas, but because doing so was spoiling the beauty of the place, this entire highway was built on the support of large pillars from starting to ending. Because of this, nothing happened, but the cost of this project increased. Where $250 million were to be spent on this project, the entire project cost $1.3 billion. This total amount is equal to about 100 billion rupees, that is just 1 kilometer of 370 crore rupees. Despite waiting for 37 years and spending 100 billion rupees, this highway is still not considered usable. Some people believe that there is no direct route from this highway to downtown Honolulu. While the locals here have not used this highway to this day because they believe that the government demolished many of their places of worship during the construction of this highway, and that is why this highway is rarely used. The number 2 ghost city is Yangon, the old capital of Myanmar. This coastal city is home to 7 million people, and it is believed that Yangon cannot expand any further. Seeing all this, in 2002, a military leader of Myanmar quietly started building a new city. His plan was to shift the capital of Myanmar. Myanmar was not the first country in the world to change its capital city. Before that, Thailand, Afghanistan, and Pakistan had also shifted their capitals. Finally, in 2005, the military leader suddenly announced that he wanted to shift the capital, which was named Naypyidaw. This new capital was built in the center of Myanmar away from the sea, on which a total of $4 billion, or about 300 billion rupees, were spent. Everything that is found in a modern city was built in Naypyidaw. Luxury hotels, golf courses, museums, shopping malls, and even the pakora found in the old capital were built in a variety of styles, but one very important thing was missing here, and that was the population. Yes, this new capital had everything, but there were no people. Only government employees and bureaucrats live here. Apart from this, there are neither servants nor servants. The 20-lane highway, which was built for millions of vehicles, is only seen by chance with a car running there. The international airport here, which could handle 3.5 million people, only has 10 or 12 passengers at a time. Similarly, the hotels and shopping complexes are so deserted that it is scary to even go here. This entire city, built at a cost of 300 billion rupees, is now presenting a scene as if it were a ghost town. And now number 1, the waste material from Yucca Mountain Waste Repository in nuclear power plants, if not stored properly, can cause so much harm to humans that it is difficult to even estimate it. Normally, all of America's nuclear waste is filled in drums and left in remote locations, but in 2002, the United States made a plan to dig a 300-meter deep tunnel in Yucca Mountain in Nevada state and dump the entire United States nuclear waste there. This plan was very good, but the people living in Nevada strongly opposed this idea. They believed that when there is no nuclear plant in Nevada, then why is the entire United States nuclear waste being dumped only here? For many years, this matter went on in the courts as to whether nuclear waste should be dumped in Yucca Mountain or not. Finally, during the term of President Obama, it was decided that nuclear waste would not be dumped in Yucca Mountain. Surprisingly, this project, which was built at a staggering cost of $17 billion, or 1,300 billion rupees, is in such a position today that no one likes to stray from it. I hope you will like and share this video of past empires. Thank you very much for your loving comments. I will see you in the next wonderful video.